All right, let's do this. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey. Feeling a little pussy, feeling a little, good, very gushy.
Gushy. Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you're doing really good. It's less stress, right? No stress, no stress.
Well, I mean, besides having to feed my tapeworm, Bertha, it's a full-time job on that.
Yeah, you gotta feed your. Wait, what? Your.
My tapeworm, Bertha, I give her housing, she pays her rent, she keeps me skinny.
You know what? That's one way to get skinny. You know what? Actually, that actually might be a really good way to get skinny.
Anti-Ozempic pro tapeworm.
Okay. all right.
My political campaign.
Nope. There you go. Vote for Soma. Vote for Soma. 2077. 2077.
Exactly. When I'm still 23.
Obviously. Only 23. Only stay forever 23. Stay forever 23.
From now until the end of time.
Exactly. Well, I love to see that. Well, you look amazing. I love your design. It looks great. I'm really looking forward to discussing it a lot for the show.
Well, I'll tell you all about me, baby. I mean, you did give me that $25, charge for being here, and you paid for your Uber, so what else can I do?
Well, yeah, I totally paid for that. Yes, that was totally me. Yeah, totally. Yeah, 100%.
Did you not pay for that?
So, hello everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host each and every week to get to know a brand new VTuber. This week we have a very we have a very lovely VTuber here today. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Hello everyone, I'm TLDR Soma, your local dream eater that happens to serve quant. I happen to be an icon part-time. How are we doing, babes?
Oh, a sleep demon. I'm kind of worried about that because, I will definitely say
dream eater, baby.
Dream eater. Oh, that's
it's like cousins, 2 times removed.
Okay, makes sense. All right, well, I still love it. I still think it's really cool. I am kind of curious though, what makes the dreamers, the dream eater, different from a nightmare person?
See, a lot of them have certain jobs, certain people a lot of people are like, I come from hell, I do this and that, whatever, baby. I'm just here. I'm here to it's not what I survive on, but it tastes great. I mean, I love, I mainly eat nightmares. A lot of people are like, don't eat my good dreams. I'm like, baby, I don't think I want to. Those are too sweet. I like a little bit of the spice. It's like chlamydia without the clinic.
Okay, I like that. All right. So that means if I have any those spicy dreams, those spicy dreams, everyone has those every now and then. They wake up.
Serve it up.
Yes, mine. I need it. That's your time. That's your time.
That's my shit, babes.
Go for it. Okay. I love it. Well, that means my dreams are usually pretty safe. I only get those kind of spicy dreams every now and then. I haven't got any nightmares. Do you like the taste of nightmares?
Oh, that's what's spicy to me is the nightmares.
Oh, the nightmares.
When it comes to the spicy dreams, baby, those are usually disease written.
We don't want those. You don't want those.
Exactly. I'm like, babe, why do I want herbs? Come on. I don't want some man to come down on me and be like, oh, it's like Braille down here.
Braille. Oh, God, that painted a picture in my head. Oh my God. All right. I love it.
Multilingual.
Yeah, it sounds like you are good at reading both languages. I love it. Very skilled.
It depends on the day.
Depends on the mood. Hello, Jericho.
It depends on the projection of the moon.
Projection of the moon.
Retrograde.
Oh, okay. I see. I like it. Fine. Well, for those who never come to my show before, this is going to be a fun little talk show where we'll be asking 15 questions to a lovely guest here. We'll be asking questions like how you first got started, some fun facts about you. We're going to talk about a lot of your content, and of course, we're going to discuss your model and the thoughts that went into it. Sit back, relax, make sure you have all the most nastiest of the nightmares where we are going to snack on for this rest of the show. It'll be good. Be awesome. Nom, nom, nom. Hello, Fortune VTubers. Good to see you. Awesome. So let's get started with the first question of the night. Are you ready for it?
I am, as ready as I am for my clinic doctor.
Oh, well, we're not doing a psychology session. We're not doing that kind of stuff. That I don't think I could help you with your mental states. I'm not good at that. The clinic?
Yeah, what do you think I mean by the clinic?
Did a joke fly above my head that I did not realize?
Babes, a clinic is where you go to take care of STDs.
Oh, well, okay, that definitely flew above my head. Oh my god. Okay, well, definitely not a clinic. Definitely not there. We do not do that.
Definitely not that. But I stay ready. Stay ready.
Stay ready, just in case anything happens. Anything could happen.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, let's start with the first question. And then what better way to start off a show, an interview talk show, than with the first question that starts your journey off from the very beginning? Why and when did you get started with streaming?
So, I do voiceover work. And I really was doing well during the pandemic and all that. But once it lifted, a lot of companies essentially said, even though we loved having remote work, anyone that's not in Texas or LA, you're fired.
Jeez.
And I'm not in Texas or LA, so I was like, you know what? I'm depressed. I've lost a lot of work and a lot of opportunities because of this. Why not give myself a fucking voiceover role? So I pulled up my bootstraps. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go in with this certain design, not with Soma. I did have a past life that I abandoned for a lot of reasons, and which I'll get into later. But I was like, I want to give myself a voiceover role, something, because I'm an entertainer. I love to entertain. And so I just threw myself into it. And I was just like, let's just get into this, babes. Let's do it.
I do love your mannerisms. I love your style. You exude be on stage. You are definitely a very showboaty person. I love that about you. It seems like if I ever needed someone to host anything, you would be the perfect host for any kind of show or concert.
Trust me, I've been trying on that shit. These bitches be overlooking me, I tell you what.
I love it. No, it's really good. Empty but whole. I didn't know what you mean by empty but whole, but yes, definitely agree with that. But
this wholly empty, but
Oh, whoa.
I'm getting ready for a colonoscopy, It's medical shit. Yeah.
Not fun stuff. Yeah, they're definitely not fun. Don't recommend doing those. You have to.
Now.
It's a daily thing. I love it. But yeah, no, I do like the fact that you pretty much are taking your future into your own hands. You had a situation where you were pretty much went away from having a job opportunities because they forced people to come back in office. So instead of just giving up and not doing anything, you decided to take it into your own hands to kind of make it your own job, do your own thing, become a streamer and a content creator. And how are you liking that so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I mean, there's sometimes because at the time I had to drop out of college because of some people in the voiceover industry actually causing me to go into financial ruin.
Oh, shoot, really?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to call out exactly who it was, but there was a certain someone that wanted to bring me on to be a casting director for a Chinese otome game. And so I came in as a director and casting director. He was throwing all the work on top of me while I was trying to balance school on top of that. And I was promised 2K. I'm like, well, I can put this towards my college, so maybe I can take a little bit of a backseat on some of my classes. Well, he ended up throwing on more and more of the work. And eventually, towards the end of the semester, I had to drop out of all my classes. I had to pay for all my classes. He said that the money would come and it would be able to help me out and some to pay for those classes and to get me out of X, Y, and Z, out of debt. And I was like, okay, I got you. And then he's just like, well, we're not doing it anymore. It's not worth it. Also, you're not getting paid for anything.
What? So
4
all of
months
that
of work, yep, down the drain.
Jeez, this guy's an
And
a-hole.
$600 in debt, negative $600 in my account at the time, and I had to
My
pay it
God.
back.
Jeez.
It was one of the hardest points in my life, and it really sucked. But you know, eventually I was able to bounce back, and I was able to, you know, find this new outlet instead that, you know, we'll get into it later, where I do see a lot of parallels between people like that in the voiceover industry and are also in the VTubing industry. But yeah,
Well,
it's been fun. It's been a new outlet.
Yeah, no, like it sounds like it was a very stressful situation growing up. I've heard horror stories in the voice acting like community, how like it's really difficult to find jobs, very expensive, and like to
Yes.
be able to get up to that level where like you see people like going to freaking like conventions and signing papers, like you have to go through so much like stuff to even get to that level. Like I was I don't know if you know these two voice actors and actresses, but I met Sino and Amelie.
Oh, Amelie. She, all the things I've heard is she is such a sweetie pie.
She is
She's
so nice.
authentic. I have been listening to her music for years, and then I was so mad because I actually got the audition. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say. I mean, it's been a while. I actually, back in the day, whenever so I don't want to cause too much controversy, but back in the day, when Funimation Crunchyroll weren't a thing, they accepted remote voice actors. And I got the audition for My Dress Up Darling, and I missed the
What?
deadline because of school. And, well, it turns out, you know, now I no longer get those kind of auditions for reasons I already mentioned, because of the merge. And, well, it's like, man, I could have been up there with her as an extra, if anything.
Extra, yeah.
But I missed the deadline because school came first.
That's crazy. Well, that's crazy to think about that you were just like this close to being in that kind of stage. It's crazy.
I was like, oh my god.
but also like on the flip side, like thinking about the silver lining, you must be incredibly really talented to be able to be on par with those kind of situations. You know, like you must be really good at voice acting and doing all that kind of stuff. Like your voice is already super nice and I like you listening to it, but like what kind of like voice roles have you thought about doing or have done in the past that you really love doing?
Well, I loved working with CDawg VA I did a handful of stuff with CDawg VA with my IRL stuff. A lot of the stuff that I've done is not with the TLDR Soma name. I recently I did get my first role as TLDR Soma though, in a BL visual novel called Seven Nexus.
Oh, I've heard of that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I play a character called Ellie. He is the lust trial in the visual novel, and we you know, they were just like, we want to break stereotypes because a lot of BL tries to lean more towards just straight mask passing men to fulfill that quote unquote female fantasy. And they're like, well, we want a femme guy and we want someone that sounds authentic. And they literally told me when I got the audition, they were like, it's between you and another dude that went a little too anime with it. Because the thing is, it's a little bit of a hard balance because nowadays, like back in the day, you know, you would get like, I'm on, let's go, come on, like stuff like that. But now they want a little bit more realism thrown in there as well. So there is a thing where you can get too anime with it, and I think that's what a lot of people misconstrued a lot of the time is you can either fall too flat or you can get too anime with it, and a lot of people think you just go too anime into it and it's anime. No, you have to find that balance. That's what makes a good voice actor and a good role.
Love that, love that. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. Like, it seems like you have a lot of experience in that kind of stuff. That is there any, like, I guess I can talk about this a little bit later in one of my other questions, but I do love that. I love your like repertoire of like talents that you have going on to you, and it seems like you've been through a pretty crazy ride in your career. I'm hoping that is going to. Well, if it pops up, we can definitely talk about it. But I still think it's really impressive that you are still going, still handing in there, and you're very strong. And I hope that things are getting better for you as time goes on.
They slowly are, and I mean, we haven't even touched the peak of the iceberg of shit I've been in. When it's even in the VTuber industry.
Well, that's gonna be fun to talk about.
Lot.
Well,
we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I love it. Love it. Hello, Vegas. Good to see you, by the way. But let's get into the second question then. The second question, that is, what do you like the most about being a VTuber content creator?
That I can just be me. There's been, in my past life, I wasn't me. I started off as a different kind of VTuber. I started off, and this ain't dogging anyone at all. It just, the way that things panned out for me wasn't for me. Because I was a femboy VTuber, and I have some friends that are femboy creators, and they are so sweet. I love them. But there are some other people that I met that were also those type of content creators that I ended up befriending and turning out to be terrible people. I saw the bullshit, got the fuck out, and I was pressured so much that I had to sexualize myself more and more. And I'm more of a comedy gal. Like, could I do NSFW audios and they'd be good? Yes. There is one person in the VTubing industry that did subpar, that I don't play with anymore, but he did subpar NSFW audios till I coached him, and then he now doing them amazingly well. I could do good NSFW audios. I could sexualize myself a bit more, but I don't see that for myself. I've been burned enough sexualizing myself for an online audience before that I don't see it for myself, and I do as well, unless if I get some more therapy. But I just, it's not me. I am more, what's the way to put it? I like to be more drag than porn.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. That's good. That's a good definition. You know, you like to have that like flirtatious kind of like persona without all the like sexual, like social, like the interactions with people to like want to do things with you. You know?
Exactly. You can make sexual jokes without it being like, well, I'm a broad and I'm gonna get my asshole blown out. You can literally make sexual, like, you can have sexual humor without you being sexualized.
Exactly. Like you can still be like flirtatious. You can still have those kind of jokes without having the parasocial. That's what I was trying to. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, the parasocial aspects where people are like, oh, well, now I need to have your like your attention sexually, or else I won't be able to like live. You know, like those kind of things. You don't have to do that.
Yes.
I like it. Oh, very cool. Wow, we got really close. Like,
sorry, yeah, I had to fix something real quick.
That was cool because you were like, oh, what's going on? Smell my mics.
Hello.
Don't worry. My last VTuber on here, she cleaned up everything. She was a Portuguese, very awesome person. Made sure she cleaned up everything.
Clean that.
Yeah, she was okay. So there might be some Portuguese junk all over the place, but she's still amazing person. All good.
I'll sue the bitch.
No. She's cool. Well, okay, cool. Well, but like, I do like that. Like, you get into more of the VTuber content creation kind of field. And I do like that. Even though you can do a lot of things, you can do things that would probably like get more attention to you, but you choose to better yourself and stay true to who you are and having the freedom that you can be who you want to be. And you decide to do that, and it's still working out very well for you as a content creator. And I like that. That's a really cool thing.
Yeah, and I mean, there's the saying I always say: if you're not alive mentally, you're not alive at all.
True. You would think that like I love psychology, and I think like there should be more focus on the psychology field, especially in the streaming content creation phase, because it is very important to have these mental breaks and take care of yourself and make sure you're all set. There's been multiple times where I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, I really want to do that, but then I have to step back and be like, well, I need to relax, I need to chill, I need to kind of take care of myself after a while. Because you're right, 100%. If you're mentally just shot, just gone, like, you will not be a content creator, you will not perform very well, and you will just get worse because now you feel like you're not good enough, even though you could have just taken a day off and you would have been perfectly fine.
And instead of enjoying it, you're just going through the motions, and that's usually when people nosedive.
Yep, they just kind of just like, because consistency is very key to grow as a content creator, but if you just go through the motions and just kind of just turn it on, do your things and move on and not do anything else and just stay stagnant, that's not going to help you out, and you're going to just feel burnt out after doing it for so many years. You'd be like, well, what the frick, what did I do, you know?
Yep.
So I agree. So awesome. Now you are like this like dream eater demon, I would say.
I'm just a dream eater. Instead of a demon, I'd say I'm a bitch.
You know what? There you go. That actually works pretty well for that kind of sense. Well, okay. Well, because you're a dream eater in a way. I don't really see many dream eaters out there in the VTuber space. You're pretty unique.
More of us. There's plenty more. I've had so many people being like, "Hey, fellow dream eater." I'm like, "Hey, babe."
Yo, what up? All right, cool. Well, what do you bring to the VTuber community that helps you stand out from all the rest of the VTubers, specifically the dream eater styles?
I feel like I bring a certain level of drag, and that's been my like motivation to bring, because I feel like, and again, whenever I say this stuff, I genuinely mean no shade towards anyone, but I feel like that there is enough of the stereotypical kind of like queer experience, kind of like or stereotypical type of queer culture that's brought, that's like, ooh, mama TTT, ooh, I want his man titties, ooh, men. I'm like, there is not enough of ballroom, there is not enough of drag, there is more culture to us that is not being even talked about or seen. And you know, that's why instead of like a femboy or like X, Y, and Z, I'm like, I'm a drag queen.
Yeah,
I'm a virtual drag queen, essentially. I mean, there are parallels to it. I mean, like, we get tips for entertaining people. We do shows. Sometimes bitches be lip syncing while performing.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's just like, there's not much of a difference. We're virtual drag queens, and I'm a drag queen.
Yeah, no, 100%. They're virtual drag queens, but there's nothing wrong with that because you're doing the exact same thing that other drag queens do, but now you're doing it virtually, you know? And sometimes I feel like this is not only safer for you, but also you still get that anonymity kind of file that you don't have to worry about exposing yourself to the world. You still stay that, and you still do equally amount of work that you would normally do if you were in person.
Exactly. And it's just like, you know, it's just like, I don't see enough of just like, because I'll be a little shady. There are some VTubers I've met that like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I am full, you know, I'm gay and I'm full in the culture. I'm like, oh, boots, period. And they're like, huh? what does that mean? I'm like, so you're not in the culture.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know anything about that either. Like I'm straight, but I don't know what that is. I do have a lot of, like.
Sorry, you go. I cut you off.
No, I was just to say that I have like gay friends, but I've never heard that before. What does that mean? If you can explain that to me.
So queer people do have a culture. I mean, like, ballroom is a culture within the queer community. Drag is definitely a big part of queer culture as well. Not just like what's on TV, like local drag. You know, there's a lot of language that we have that does come from that shares ties with like the African American community and stuff like that. And it's just not touched on as much. And there's some people that and I'm not trying to say it's a prerequisite to know all this stuff to be gay, but don't claim you're in the culture if you don't know anything about the culture.
True. It's like when you walk around and you see someone that has like an AC/DC shirt. You're like, hey, ADCC, you love that band. What's your favorite song? And they're like, oh, I just got this song. I just got this shirt because it looked cool. You know?
You're like, okay, grifter.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, what the frick, dude? Like, come on. I have had that happen where like I was walking around and I saw someone who was wearing this like video game T-shirt. And I was like, oh, yo, that's really cool. What kind of game you play? And the person is like, oh, no, like this is not my shirt. It's just like my friend's shirt. I'm just wearing it. I was like, well, freaking.
You know what's the difference though?
Yeah.
Is that they will openly admit it. A lot of people that aren't in the culture, that claim to be in the culture, will
say they're sure. Yeah, they will say that, like, oh yeah, I'm totally into that kind of stuff. I love it. Oh, cool. Well, yeah. Like, cool. What do you do? Well, how do you do this? Do you do this kind of? They're like, I tweet on social media that I do it.
They'll like, go to the path slightly to the right to diverge.
Yeah.
And then they'll admit it behind the scenes.
That's crazy. I feel like if you're into it, if you like that thing, just dive right into it. Don't be into it. Now, I know that there's some people who want to like teeter because they're either not all the way into it or don't feel comfortable enough to be in it, which is fine. But like you said, you either have to say you're already in the teetering kind of station and say, hey, I'm there, but not all the way there. Or you have to actually like commit to it, you know? Like if you're committing full going, yeah, just be honest. Just if you're not all the way outside the closet door, just tell us that you're not all the way outside the closet door.
I mean, I've even had, what was it? There's been a couple times in the VTuber industry where some people are like, yeah, I want to connect with you, da, da, da. Like they'll say to other people, and then that person will be like, oh yeah, this person said they like you. And I'm like, oh, period. And then like they never interact with me. And I'm like, do they really? And they're like, well, they also told me that they have a reputation to uphold. And I'm like, the fuck
reputation?
Does that mean?
What?
Literally, I'm like, okay, so you can be gay, but not that gay, apparently.
Oh, that's lame. That's weird. It's weird. Hi, Toasty. Person on the right is hot.
Baby,
left, I mean
left. I don't know.
You're talking about me? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Flirting with me? I see how it is. We're flirting with this lovely specimen over here. And also, I love Vega. I agree with you. I love your laugh. Your laugh is so cool, unique. It's so cool, and it actually fits with your design very well too. I love it because it shows off your fangs.
I actually had to like, because I used to like scream laugh. To where it was starting to like damage my throat, and so I had to like go through a little bit of some therapy to be like, all right, so we're gonna change your we're gonna try to develop your laugh to go a little bit away from that so you're not damaging your throat. And this is what ended up happening. It's like a year ago, I'd be like scream and then like laughing, and then it was just like, okay, so we're gonna divert this a little bit so we're not doing permanent damage.
Well, that's good. As a voice actor, you need to have this
actor or actress.
Hey, good to know. Thank you so much for letting me know about that. Appreciate it. You never learn my secrets. True, Toasty. I never learned your secrets. You need to tell me more. Well, we just talking about how everyone should be more honest. themselves and be honest and spread it on.
I can't tell you how many fake bitches I have met in this goddamn space. And, you know, they're the ones that look like the fucking fool behind the scenes, not me. That's how I think.
That's how you think about it. That's how you do it. That's good. Well, I like it. I like it. I love how like, see, you're the best kind of friend to have in a circle because you're very blunt, honest, and you need that in people. You need people who are like that.
Like, I will be honest to people, but if I sense bullshit, like, I will. It depends on how bad the bullshit is. If it's like lukewarm bullshit, I'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna do the PR route where I'm like slowly moving my way and distancing myself away because I'm not going to be a fucking rude all the time because I'm a goddamn adult. But also, if it's hot enough, if the tea's hot enough, I will literally like be like, you're doing X, Y, and Z. I don't fuck with that. Goodbye.
True. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I feel like with your experience, you do see that and you probably can catch that very quickly. Like red flags will pop up very quickly for you from your experience. So
some people...
No, go for it. Go for it.
But there's some people that, I'm pretty sure you've seen this before, they will go around and they will have rose-colored lenses for some fucking reason. For me, I don't want to deal with bullshit. But a lot of people in this space will look at other people with rose-colored glasses and not listen to reason for some reason.
It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's like a self-protecting kind of thing. They just don't want to like
or enabling.
That's true. That could be that too. What I was gonna say before was that when it comes to these kind of like situations where you notice these kind of like red flags on the people, how quickly have you met people where like they like immediate like nope, do not want to deal with you kind of situation?
Oh, so many.
Really?
So many people. Oh my god, I can't tell you how many. And a lot, if I don't fuck with them, I'll just leave them on red because I think it's a lot more mature that if you don't fuck with someone and they message you and you guys haven't messaged before, just leave them on red than to be like, I don't fucking like you.
True.
I mean, if they said something that was really off and you could say the route of like, which I have done before where you're like, I don't feel comfortable with what you said, so I don't feel comfortable pursuing this friendship. That's also a good way. And I have said that before. But a lot of the times I will just be like, I'm not going to reply because I'm protecting my peace.
True. And I feel like sometimes the best things to deal with in kind of situations like that is just not to say anything at all. You know, it's just kind of like leave you be. It's like, cool, okay, well, if this is what you want to do, go distant, cut my ties, wash my hands with this situation, and just move on. I like that.
No, exactly.
What was Vega was saying? Soma is a group guard dog. They are all up to bat for people, and I love that. Oh, that's nice. It's a good person to have.
It is, because some people, they just don't have the skills built up to be able to protect themselves or to be able to say something, because we all have our own story, we all have our own life, we all have our own trauma, and we all have our own limits and limitations at different points in our life. And I have gone through a giant metamorphosis where now, because I went from being like I'm a femboy, soft boy, to bitch, I'ma cut you type mentality.
I love it.
Like, I'm not gonna take bullshit. I'm not gonna let you spread bullshit.
No, I love it. No, that's really cool. I think that's really good and very strong-willed for you, and I love that. They say in the biz, slay. That's like that's the most cringiest thing I ever just said. I'm sorry.
No, you used it right in context. Okay. You used it right in context.
Don't normally. Do not clip that, by the way. But yeah, no, don't. But I don't really, that's just like that's what comes to mind. It's just like I feel like that like is a very strong-willed person. I love that about you. I think that's really cool.
I will say it does have its drawbacks. There have been people with big and small that like I'll reach out to them and I'll be like, or I'll meet them on Vupi chat, which is like Vtuber Omegle, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I love you. I've been wanting to talk to you, but I was just intimidated by you." And I'm like, "Bitch, the fuck you mean? You haven't met me."
I haven't tried. You haven't tried.
Exactly. And I don't take it as a dig at all. I say that lovingly and jokingly, but it's like it's just like, oh, so I have a reputation for being intimidating. Okay. I have a reputation for being nice and cunty, but also intimidating.
Mm-hmm. It seems like, you know, like you're intimidating to approach, but as soon as you become like, as soon as that bridge is crossed and you actually get to know you, you are now very kind and caring, and you will stand up for those people. So it's just like that first approach kind of thing.
And a lot of people will realize within the first message that I'm not a bitch for no reason. Mm-hmm. If you give me a reason to be a bitch, I'll be a bitch. But if not, then you're gonna just get the casual side of me.
Cool. Well, I like it. Well, I like this side of you. Your side is really awesome. I think it's really cool. Very respectful. So I love it. Foot VT. I know. I know this dream eater. Oh, if I keep on saying demon. I didn't even say that.
Hi, Peanut Foot. How you doing?
Peanut. Agree. Very intimidating. Very terrifying. Oh my god. Are you terrifying?
I mean, catch me when I'm ovulating. Yes.
We're still doing this. We're still doing this all the time.
I'm
all
just
the time.
Like, get in this car right now.
I love it. All right. Cool. Well, next question for you, and that is there any kind of projects or is there any games you're looking forward to doing this year?
Ooh, when it comes to projects, I'm looking forward to putting out my first cover here in a little bit. It's a anthem to VTuber drama and grifters called I Hate People.
I love how straight up that is.
And I'm really excited for it. I'm trying to get the visuals out right now.
Nice.
And then be putting out the video. As for games, I have not been, I'll be completely honest, I've not been too in touch with what's coming out recently, but I am looking forward to Pokemon ZA.
Same.
I'm a big Pokemon nerd.
Love Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Okay, my top 3 are Gallade, Alcremie.
Oh, nice.
Or Alcremie. And then I have to say, either Mawile or Meowstic.
Ooh, okay, good choices. I like Meowstic. Meowstic's I like that.
He is. What about you though? You top 3. Give it to me right now.
Okay. I'm a Gengar fan. I'm a ghost type lover. I love all ghost type Pokemon.
I even love ghost and dark types.
Yep, I even have my little Gengar plushie right up here. Little guy.
Period.
This little guy. He's so good. I love him so much. He's so good. I do also love I love Chandelure and Mimikyu.
Chandelure's good. And, okay, I see you. I love
it. I love the stories on that. And then if it's not ghost types, I do like Umbreon and I do like Snorlax.
Can we talk about that too? Can we talk about Umbreon for a second?
Let's do.
Let's be so honest. I loved Umbreon ever since I was a kid. I used to play Umbreon with my normal plushies. I used to have a black lab plushie dog, and I would just pretend it was an Umbreon. I was an OG Umbreon lover. And then I don't know if you noticed, but then there was a group of people that suddenly liked Umbreon, and it became a trend to love Umbreon. I'm like, you grifters! No!
These hipsters. I liked it before it was cool. What do you mean?
Literally, I'm like, come on. Y'all are literally just liking him to get brownie points. The fuck?
I know, right? So my first experience of Umbreon is I just thought he was really cool. And of course, when you have a ghost type team, you need to kind of have a dark type mixed within it. Counter it kind of situation. So thank you for the follow, Vega. So I freaking was trying to learn. It was Sun. I was playing Sun. and I was trying to like get an Umbreon, and this was my first. So I played Crystal back in the day. That was my first Pokemon. That was my last Pokemon game I played, and I stopped playing Pokemon for a very long time. So I knew about Pokemon, I knew all the cool stuff about it, but I haven't played a Pokemon game forever. So when I played Sun, I was trying to get an Umbreon. I was like, cool, I got an EV, I'm gonna train an Umbreon. And all it told me was, you need to train it at night and you max out its friendship and it will evolve. So I was like, cool, I'll just keep on evolving and keep on doing all this kind of stuff. But what I did not know is there was another Pokemon that also was released around that same time, which was a Sylveon. And
yes.
And I didn't know that you just need to learn a fairy type move for that Pokemon to evolve it. So at night, I thought all this grinding I did, I just like, oh hey, the person is learning Fairy Dance or something like that. Cool, I'll learn that or whatever. And then it started evolving. I was like, oh snap, Umbreon. And then I was like, see this giant pink ribbon lady? And I was like, what the freak? This is not Umbreon. What did I do? And I looked it up and I saw that.
Where's my emo child?
Where's my emo child? Why is it now this? So it was hilarious that like I just did not know that was another Pokemon that was released on that. That was my experience. I finally got an Umbreon afterwards, but it was funny that I was like, you're not Umbreon. What are you?
I made the cardinal sin growing up. My first Pokemon game was a Pokemon Ranger game.
A Ranger? Oh, you didn't even play the OGs.
I started with Pokemon Ranger, and then I had a DS. So I ended up, I think we got for discount or at a garage sale, we ended up getting Pokemon. I think it was Sapphire.
Ooh, okay.
So I ended up playing Pokemon Sapphire with the Game Boy option on the DS, and then I started with Pokemon Platinum after that.
Okay. I like it. Nothing wrong with that. I love Pokemon. Back in the day, that was so cool. And I'm looking forward to new Pokemon. New Pokemon's looking cool. I'm looking forward to it. Be nice. Going back, what is your least favorite Pokemon? Foot was asking what's your least favorite Pokemon. Now, you don't have to redeem any kind of thing. The redeem is for the spin. If you redeem a spin, then that'll pop up. But you can ask whatever question you want.
Yeah. What? Let me look over the Pokedex real quick.
Pokemon. I just know I don't like Rattata because they were super annoying in PGs. They're super annoying.
Those are the classics, babe.
Yeah, but dude, when I was playing Red, because that's my first ever Pokemon game was Red, those things were a bane in my existence because they kept on freaking killing my Pokemon. I didn't know anything about Pokemon back in the day. There was no online guide. You just had a Pokemon and you just had to deal with rats and birds and super annoying. So, and also, I know this is controversial, but I personally also don't like Charizard.
I am right there. I think he's overrated.
I think he's overrated too. And I had a really stupid moment when I was a kid that it's like a very personal, stupid story. But ever since it happened, I have a personal bias against Charizard because of that stupid thing that happened to him.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But what's your least favorite?
My least favorite. I'm looking through. My
you're right. It did
favorite.
Charizard did get in Super Smash Bros. And Incineroar.
Oh, I love Incineroar. I love Incineroar.
I love the wrestling cat.
Oh yeah, me too.
Also, Project cheering on my sibling from the past life. It's great to see you, Project Demon.
Yes, man.
Lol.
Honestly, no, that's probably not my least favorite, but it was fucking annoying Combi.
Combi? Oh, yeah.
Combi was annoying because you don't want one unless if it's fucking female. And I would get so pissed because it was like such a small chance to get it.
Yeah, they should make like a male version, like, you know, like kind of like a knight version, you know?
Or just like a small worker bee type shit.
Yeah, they just
like
see
Durant,
something
but with wings.
Yeah, they should at least get some use out of it, you know, for a male version. It's just kind of lame that they just only give the female version. Like they like with Gardevoir, like the little one. Like you can be a male or a female, and it'll evolve.
I know which one pisses me off. Which one pisses me off. It is the evolutionary line of Binacle.
Binacle? You know what I feel. Those ones.
It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Like, come on.
Vent.
Really?
Let me hear it.
It's like, I'm sorry. Really? We're just gonna put two hands in a rock and call it a day. Girl, get the fuck out. You have no brain. And then we're gonna do like Doug Trio and fucking like Magnemite and shit like that. I get that shit. It makes sense. But whenever it's just like we're gonna add 2 rocks and it's just a bunch of hands. I'm sorry, this ain't fucking what is it? Oh my god, what's the one that's a pseudo legendary in steel?
Steel? Skarmory?
No, it's a pseudo legendary. Pseudo
steel.
The Metagross. This ain't a fucking Metagross. This is a basic ass water rock bitch. Like, come on, back to the writing room.
Yeah, they got lazy on some of the designs. Like, there's literally an ice cream, a key Pokemon, and just garbage. It's literally just garbage.
There's something charming about those, in my opinion. There's nothing charming about this.
No, true.
Cute and somewhat lovable. I mean, like, come on, you cannot tell me, oh, this is cute and loving.
No, I agree with you. Trust me, that thing is not an interesting kind of design at all. But like I have a beef against the garbage Pokemon just because like a lot of people
Really?
like, well, come on, it's garbage that got a sentient. Pokemon do that, okay? But we already have a Muck and a Grimer. Like we already have a garbage Pokemon that's literally designed to be like all of it.
That's toxic waste compared to physical trash.
True, but like it turns into like, isn't the Pokedex entries to say that it's just a whole bunch of people's trash all put together and turns into this toxic waste? That's what I thought. Am I wrong?
No. It is like toxic, like think of just like the byproduct from like factories that are just let into water supply. That water supply becomes
that's what Muck
sentient.
is, pretty much.
Yes. It's like the access shit from all the like factories and from the from trash, and then the physical trash itself, Trubbish.
Yep. Okay, I can see that. All right, I can see the argument. I'm still not cool with it. But I see the argument. We're having a watch party. Oh, the party. I love it. One thing I want to do is name that Pokemon, since I've never played a watch Pokemon. I feel like it would be fun. It would be kind of fun. Like, who is that Pokemon kind of thing. I love it. The only thing I know about Pokemon is from Smash. True. Nah, you good. You good. You're very good. All right, listen to comments. I like your funny words, Magic Man. I love it. Okay, that might have been a little rude. My bad. Nah, you chill. You chill.
You good, baby.
We love it. But you know what I think Pokemon should do? Hi, Mike. Pokemon should do the next gimmick, which we already have a mod version of Pokemon doing this, is Pokemon Fusions. But I feel like that's the next. I feel like that's. I love Fusion too. I feel like that should be the next step, though, in the Pokemon like gimmicks. You know, they have like big evolutions. You know, how cool would it be?
I will agree and disagree.
Okay. How would you disagree?
Because I partly disagree because do you think they're gonna put that effort in? They're gonna just rush it out and it's gonna look like shit.
Well, I feel like they won't do all of the Pokemon. With the fusions, you can fuse every Pokemon and have all these different kinds of like designs. I feel like Pokemon would do this like officially. They will only have certain Pokemon to be able to fuse. Only some of that. You know, they like they do with like some. There's only some Mega Evolutions. You know, and some of the Giga Evolutions will look different, while all the rest of them is just bigger versions of it. I feel like they would do a fusion one, but only certain Pokemon can fuse together.
Okay, I could see that. I could give you that. Like Trubbish and Grimer.
Yeah, so that's actually what got that spawn of the idea. It's like, okay, well, what if they did mix with each other? Like, what if the two like garbage style Pokemon did fusion with what it would look like? And I thought it'd be kind of cool to see like the different options like that, you know?
I can see that. I can see. Okay, you got me there. I got you.
Okay. I love it. What if they make a Pokemon like XCOM,
What is XCOM?
XCOM is this top-down strategy turn-based game where you make a character and you like tell them what to do. So instead of like a turn-based where like you do one attack and then you wait for that turn, you give a character a set of actions to do. Like you will have him run around the corner, shoot, and then run back and take cover. Like so that'd be their turn. It's kind of an interesting kind of thing.
Work better for like a that would work better for a Pokemon mystery dungeon game.
Yeah, it would be like a ranger mystery dungeon kind of thing to give them like different actions. Like do you know Mario Rabbids? No Mario Rabbids?
I've seen some gameplay on it. I haven't done it.
That's the XCOM kind of style combat. It's like you tell them to do an action to go do something, and then they do that full actions of multiple things on that one turn. That's kind of what XCOM is. Yeah, and I agree with you. I think Pokemon, like in general, wouldn't work that style, but I would definitely see like a ranger or mystery dungeon kind of style like that. I can see that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Cool. Well, hey, that'd be cool to see you do a new Pokemon game. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I'll also watch you do like a Nuzlocke. That'd be kind of cool to see you do it.
I actually have a video out for a Pokemon Draglock I did.
Oh, a Draglock. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yes, I had a list of Pokemon that aligned with the LGBT community and that is beloved by the LGBT community, and I could only use those Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I can only get them from raid dens.
Okay, I like that. You know, that's clever. I love that. Good style.
Thank you.
Also, I love it when you drink something, your eyes just widen like really like big. Oh, it's really funny. Awesome. Okay, next question for you. And that is if you do any like did you have some really cool people coming in chat who recognize you and says you're from your community? Do you play any games with your community? Do you host any community nights?
I am trying to get into it because I want to connect with my community more. I want to be there with my community more. It's a little bit hard between working, editing, script writing, voice acting, and going to college. It is hard to try to balance it, but I'm trying to get into community nights more. I played Mario Kart with my community, I want to say a couple weeks ago. And then I want to be able to do Jackbox at some point. I want to do another Cult of the Lamb playthrough at some point. But it's very much I'm trying to navigate and figure it out how to properly do it.
Makes sense. It's a lot to host. I feel like if you have modders, like mods who like help you out with a lot of things, I feel like you can probably have them help you set something up like that while you're dealing with a lot of things, and all you have to do is just find a day that you'll be free to attend that kind of situation. But obviously, that's your community.
Mod applications.
It is hard. It's hard to find people like that.
My mods love them to death. When they're there, they do their job, but they also have live, and not dogging them on that. We all have live going on, but they aren't there as often as I would like, and I have to do a lot of stuff myself while also trying to, play the games and focus in, and I just need to expand the pool a little bit.
And so stay tuned for a mod app. So be coming up to stay tuned. I love it. Go, awesome. Well, let's get into the one thing I've been gushing about and really want to talk about. I love talking about this kind of stuff. This is one of my favorite questions to ask, and that is your design. Let's dive into your model. What's the thoughts that went into your design? It's so cool, unique, and interesting. I want to hear the process of how it happened.
So to get into it, we're gonna get into a little bit some, not like character, but like actual me, Soma lore.
Do it.
So the reason how this came about was because I've been, they say I was fired. I say I quit. From two different research agencies that are no longer here.
Oh, snap. I gotta ask you about that too. Like, what was it like to be into a VTuber agencies? Especially because right now, VTuber agencies, well, it seems like every VTuber agency has been known as being super corrupt, and it just seems like everyone's now starting to notice that like crazy now.
Yep, it's greed is a bastard. And I first was like, okay, I want to leave behind my past life. I want to stop being this lewd femboy. And I want to be me. And they essentially were just like, I got recommended through a friend. And they're like, you have small numbers, but I guess we'll take you. And this company was just like, okay, so you're in here, X, Y, and Z. You're gonna debut in an NSFW group with a minor. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that. And they're like, okay, we'll switch things around. Well, they were still pulling bullshit left and right. And they were still giving a minor a big tittied model.
Weird.
And I'm like, okay, I don't feel comfortable with this. I want to leave. And they're like, oh, and in that company, I started coming up with the design of Soma a little bit. I would go on Pinterest. I'm like, okay, so I have this idea of the shoulder, because I really looked into what made a good VTuber design, what made a good character design and everything. And I was like, okay, so a majority of the time, at the very most, a lot of people will just see me from the waist up. So that's where a lot of my main details and standouts need to be. So why not have shoulder mouths? Because, you know, they're gonna look hot, bring out the monster fuckers, but also like, it's a statement. It's a piece that people will remember me for.
True.
And you know, I came up with that. I do fashion design. I have created fashion that I have walked on a runway before. So I was pulling references together. I personally love cinching shirts and jackets into corsets and belts, etc., and having a little poof up top and a little shape at the bottom. So I just pulled that into this design with the corset and the kimono popping out on top. And then I just followed a couple of the trends, like athletic shirt, a little bit of the cut-off sleeves, to also fit with the shoulders. And then I just love chaps. So I was like, okay, let's mix up some chaps in its own unique way in a little bit. And then with a cunty heel, and here we are.
I love it. Okay, so this was all designed by you. You made up all this kind of stuff, and you did a really good job with it.
I literally would go into Pinterest, pull references, color code everything, and then my manager that also quit within that company also did a little bit some art, so they helped sketch some things up. And
1 second.
Oh, you're fine.
Hello, Raiders. Hello. How you guys all doing today? Hello, Popsy. We have the lovely Popsy clown over here. Amazing model. She actually went into more of this cool retro kind of style to it lately, and I just loving her model. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hello. I know, Popsy's such a cool person. Thank you so much for introducing me to your lovely community. Hello, everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show we like to host. Each and every week, we get to know a brand new VTuber. This week, we have a very lovely, very awesome Dream Eater. How about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Hello, everyone. I'm Teal Soma. I'm your local Dream Eater that happens to serve cunt, and I happen to be an icon part-time. How we doing, babes?
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again, Popsy, for introducing me to the community. If you guys have the raid to run, I understand completely. You guys all take care. If you guys do decide to stick around, definitely come by and then come and watch us. We're going to be learning so much about Soma right now, and this is an amazing journey, amazing person. I do want to hear more about her, so let's get right into it. Yeah, no, a Dream Eater. Like listen, she only eats spicy nightmares, though. So,
yeah, it keeps my colon in check.
We want to make sure that colons are nice. You know, we don't want sweet dreams.
Exactly.
We are like I definitely can't have any more sweet dreams. You know, my family is known for diabetes, so I definitely can't.
Oh, same here, babes.
Yeah. No. But take care, Popsies. If you have to head out, I hope you get some nice rest. Thank you again for introducing me to your amazing raid. Cool. Sorry about that. How about you continue where you left off?
But yeah, no. So I came up with the concept and color coded everything onto mood boards, labeled everything, neatly organized it to clear, cut, concise, ideas. And we went through a huge evolution. I mean, let me see if I think I still have the screenshot, because they were just, essentially, they were like, whenever I was like, I want to leave, and my manager at the time was like, I want to leave, they were just like, well, y'all are small anyway, so take your fuck-ass fucking design with you. We don't care. And I'm like,
whoa,
okay.
you're small anyway? Jeez. Yeah, this corporate.
I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure the VTuber company is not around anymore, right?
No, they are not. Both of them aren't.
It makes sense.
Those are the original concepts for Soma.
Oh,
so it's always been the shoulder mount.
I love the hair. Love the hair.
It used to be down. It was gonna be down and poofy, and originally we were gonna go by Yume Kokashi, but I realized that one, it's a little bit of a mouthful, and two, it's very there's a lot of Yumes, and I also did research on VTuber names, and usually there's 3 categories. One category is a normal Japanese name, 2 is like a username, and 3 is just a singular name.
Mm-hmm.
So like we have Kenji, then we have Iron Mouse, and then we have people like Mori Calliope. Those are three examples of the categories.
I like it. Like I feel like so when I, not to go away from your explanation, but like the way how I got up with my name was that I was thinking to myself that I wanted to have a very easy name to spell and pronounce. I want to be very easy, very simple, and I came up with TrickCo because I thought a lot of people could easily spell that and say it without it being too confusing. So I could have done like a Japanese name and stuff like that, but I thought it'd be nice to just have a very simple, quick, easy name for people to do it. And then of course you can still make a nickname out of it, because that's another thing you want to do. So you want to have nicknames that come from it. So Trick is just a very easy, simple name to do it. And people take that name and then they add things to it, like that I've had been called like Trico for the Pokemon, or like Thicko as like a joke kind of situation, so people have fun with it, and that's kind of what the design of the name is easy, simple, and fun to play with.
Period. Yeah, no, it was a whole process for me, because we were like, I also didn't want my name attached to that at all. And I mean, we were gonna go with like Yume with the set, because literally it was like back to back. I went from because there's a whole like YouTube documentary from Static Tokyo about the second company that I was a part of, and I left the first company and then I went to the second one that was called Vertux. And my friend Ray at the time was like, I'm starting this company, I'd love if you join, I know you're in a tough position right now. I'm like, thank you so much. Like, yeah, definitely, I trust you. So we get into there, and then I'm still playing around with the design a little bit, and then I meet with him, and he's like, oh, well, I would maybe make this one change or two, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And if you want to know more about what happened, besides him lying on my name over and over again and lying to me about, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get into it.
Good, so let's go for it. Love it.
I join in there, and bro starts giving me tasks. He essentially gives me, he's supposed to be the CEO and a talent, and he is giving me CEO work to do. He's having me reach out to people, come up with concepts, come up with mood boards, come up and reach out, like talent scout on top of that. He's having me do all this CEO type shit, unpaid, and him taking all the credit. And at one point I'm starting to notice holes whenever he's like, I've reached out to X, Y, and Z, this is what they've said. Oh, I'm getting lawyers to make up the contracts, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, well, you're wanting us to debut in a month. I don't even have a full finalized sketch yet, let alone a model that's rigged, and you're gonna throw a model and rigging on someone. in less than a month.
Yeah. No.
Like, what the fuck? And so I can tell he's lying about some shit. So I go and I go back and check his paper trail. And I asked the people he said he reached out to, did you ever receive X, Y, and Z? He's like, I rejected that because my comms were closed. I'm like, okay, so he lied.
Yep.
And you know, I would bring it up to him and he'd be like, oh, don't reach out to people. I'll reach out to them. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Okay. And then it was taking like 3 months to get a contract made. And, you know, his whole thing for several things would be like, oh, their mom died or their dad died. I'm like, that's sad, but we have a time limit and we have to hire someone else. And he took that as me saying, like, he would, after he quote unquote fired me, aka he yelled at me for buying a sketch of a different person's model that hasn't even gotten a sketch yet. And when I went to go to a mental hospital for a bit for my own mental health, he just removed me from everything, including the Discord I made for the company.
Wow.
Yeah, he like cold fired me while I was in the hospital.
Jeez. Like,
Yeah,
that's messed
like,
up. And
I'm
then,
like,
was this the
okay.
one you joined in that you said your friend was like in charge of or something?
Yep, and essentially gave me CEO work, even though he was the CEO.
What the frick? Also, CEO and a talent? That's sketchy right there. Like, you can't be
Yep.
running a company and part of that same company. It's like
But I
being the
had rose-colored
merchandise.
glasses.
Oh, that's I can't think that's a good idea ever. It's like selling yourself as your own product, you know? It's like,
Yep.
hey, I'm gonna run this food shop, but I'm also gonna be part of the food. And I was like, no, that's not how
Yep.
that works. You either run it
Literally.
or you buy the supplies, you know?
It was crazy, and I mean, he was my friend, so I just trusted him. But you know, after he like did all that, you know, I put down my past life. I invested into Soma right away. It took almost a year to get Soma like made and rigged. And you know, during that whole year, he was having people stalk my past life. He was having his talent stalk me essentially. And then he was, and he's affected way more people than me, countless people. He still owes an artist $4,000.
Whoa.
But he essentially you know, said that he was suing me for $100,000, saying that I was served papers, X, Y, and Z, and that I work at a grocery store, so clearly I'll never fucking pay it back. And saying that I wanted that I'm glad people's moms died. I'm like,
What?
but I literally just told you to go hire someone else.
Yeah.
If they can't deliver work because they're grieving, give them time to fucking grieve.
Yeah. Like, literally, like, if you run a business, you run a company, yeah, it's very sad when like life things happen and it's always bad, but you don't see them closing down the entire company just so that that person can grieve. You have to keep moving
Exactly.
on. You give that person
That's
a
how you
break, but
run
you
a
still have to
company.
keep doing. Yeah, you keep on going, you keep on doing stuff, keep hiring and stuff like that, because you can't afford to just sit around and let people like grieve. Like, give them the time to grieve, do their own thing. But your job is to keep the company going. No.
You know what's so funny too is that around at the 10-month mark when everything happened, after everything happened, is he was, which I guess he was like, you know what, maybe he was right. Maybe we should push it off. So he pushed it off till May. After that happened, we were supposed to debut in September whenever I was in the company. He pushed it back to May after firing me.
Freaking. So after you got fired, then he took your idea.
Yeah, essentially. And he you know, it said a couple weeks before they were supposed to debut, he reaches out to me. He's like, hey, can we talk? And of course he's like, I'm sorry, I was an asshole, da da da. I didn't know that he was talking shit about my behind my back at that point. And I'm like, you know what, I'm a fucking adult. I just I don't want to deal, like, I don't want to keep looking over my back. Like, if I'm paranoid because of you, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. I just want to focus on myself. So whatever, I accept your apology. I'll give you a second chance. He was chill until he started firing people. I want to say 6 months after they debuted. He started firing people, even some people that haven't debuted yet, that were getting ready to debut. And I'm like, and he was talking shit and gave good reasons why they were fired. Like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Until those people were like, hey, this is what actually happened. I'm like, oh, motherfucker's lying again. And then everyone leaves his company. Like the next month, every talent, every staff member left the company and started releasing their experiences. And then I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I start looking into it. I'm like, okay, I need to release my own statement then. And I reached out to some people just to be like, hey, I know this is tough because I dealt with a tough time like a year ago with this shit. Checking in on you, babes. I hope your mental health is okay. And then every single person was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, this is all he said about you. He demonized you. I'm like, oh. A little shade because a lot of them never touched on it publicly, but would talk about behind the scenes. But I digress. That was shady in my opinion. If it was that bad, speak on it and help clear my name, because I don't know what his reach was. So I am a little miffed about that. A lot of the people, lovely people. I do feel like that was shady though at the time. But I digress. I finalized Soma within that company, got out of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for my own sketch for Soma. Got the sketch done because I never even got a sketch for Soma within the company. So once I was fired, I got the sketch for my Vtuber for Soma, and then I went to an artist that I adored. They gave me a good price. They did it, and then my amazing rigger was like, I know you've been through a lot. I got you, and help me with the rigging.
Nice. That's a really good story. I love the ups and downs on that, and it goes into like the little bit of what it's like to actually be under a company in the kind of situations it goes into it, because a lot of people, maybe not now, but like before, a lot of people really want to get into the corporate kind of side of things because they want to get them to like manage the models, the debuts, and all the kind of stuff that, and all they want to do is just be in the limelight and use the model and kind of stuff like that. But you kind of make it show that like it's not really that easy. It's not really that kind of simple. It seems like there's a concept that gets developed, but you have to do majority of the work still. And there's a lot of times where it's mismanaged and like not really done. And that's when you kind of like, I guess my main question, and then we can move on from like the drama side of everything, is that do you still believe that it's probably still better for people to kind of just stay indie and just keep with indie, or do you think that might be a chance for a corporate that can be successful and treat their audience, like their talent well enough? Or do you think that if it's a corporate, there's no redeeming quality?
Yes and no. Yes and no. There's some companies that I know of. I've heard some good things about, like First Stage Productions. I've heard good things about. There's a new one that's coming up that is like creatives owned, and I have high hopes for that. But I feel like there's a lot of I want to say bigotry, but a lot of companies still rely on stereotypes and what's quote unquote marketable. Because I have auditioned for countless agencies, and I've never even made it past the first round. And I've tried doing stereotypical VTuber auditions. I've tried doing just audio auditions where it's like something that will stick out to someone with the audio of me doing it. I've tried role playing as if it was a stream. And I even tried doing a full edited, animated, like 80s comedic presentation style. And never make it past the first round for some reason. Never. So I feel like they're all like, I feel like, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hope I am proven wrong one day. But I feel like unless you are your stereotypical flirty queer person, or you're a straight guy that's queer baiting and that's part of your humor, you're not going to be let into an agency. You're not going to be appreciated in that space. You have to be quote unquote marketable to get in.
Well, that's not really fair for a lot of people. But yeah, I again don't know personally. I just don't like apply for agencies. So I don't know what it's like to apply for agencies. But especially in your like personal views and personal experiences, I don't know what it's like to actually apply as agencies in the queer space kind of situation, or what it's like. I can't really give too much of opinions on that part, but I will definitely say that it looks difficult. It looks really hard and it's unfair. And I do feel bad for you.
It's really hard unless you're flirting with people. Unless you are unless your humor is like, man, I'd suck you up. Or literally, I'm gonna throw a little bit of shade. The thing that makes me cringe the most is the joke of like, man, I want to motorboat his titties. I mean, oh, what? Like doing that, I'm sorry. The oh, what shit. Like, I feel like there were maybe like 1 or 2 good clips that popped off of VTuber doing that, and everyone thought was peak comedy. No, you used it. So many people used it enough to where it's now just cringe to me.
Is it kind of like the same thing with like mommy sorry kind of like joke?
Yeah, that type shit. I'm like get original. Like even like mix up the joke. Like even like going like, man, I'd love to motorboat his titties. Oh my god, that must have been the wind. Literally being like, oh, my demons took over. Like,
oh no, my inner self came out a little bit. Oh no,
my inner wolf.
Oh no.
It's like, come on, like mix up the joke. You can cycle through and refresh a joke. That's called comedy. That's called like. What people don't do is they don't look into the comedy formula. You can have a foundation for a joke and make it into your own and mix it up. Like I use my tapeworm joke a lot, where it's like, oh, my tapeworm. But the funny part is I give her a new name and a new purpose and a new punchline every time, but it's always circling back to the tapeworm joke. True. And it's funny and shocking every time.
Yeah, it definitely shocked me. I thought it was funny. So that makes sense.
I think so.
Cool. Well, a lot of things was going on in that kind of situation, but I do love your story of how your design came to be where it is right now. Let's actually get a better look at your design. Do you mind standing right in the middle of the little like pathway right here and zoom out a little bit? I want to see your entire self. I love it.
I got you. Hold on.
Ooh, yeah, that's a cool. Okay. I see the inspirations with your concept art too. I like the shoes; they're really cool. Like, would you say that it's like very Chinese or Japanese kind of style?
I took a little bit more inspiration from Japanese, a little bit more than Chinese.
Makes sense. I love the like the looks and designs of it. I love the little attire that comes with it. Very cool. I also like the little belts. The crossover that's actually unique and interesting.
That was added last minute. Actually,
that was cool. Like
so
just the design wise, it looks really cool.
Those weren't there, and it was just kind of like a thong jock strap type of situation. And then Twitch came out with a new policy of nothing like that. We were nervous about the thighs and all that, of getting flagged and banned after just debuting. So we added those as like a censor precaution.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. It's unique, and I think it's really interesting. Cool. Awesome. Another one I want to do is I want to zoom in on your face. Can we get a zoom in on your face?
Of course, babes. I've got my face card ready.
I love it, because the one thing I love the most about your model, like the shoulders, very cool, very unique and interesting. But I really just love your eyes. Your eyes are so cool, especially with the like how it slants like that, and it has the makeup with it and the gold with it. I love it so much. It's so cool looking.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I really, since I used to be a graphic design major, I really looked into color theory when it came to this as well. I knew that purple and gold go really well together. I mean, I also grew up as like a church baby, so like I knew those went together pretty well, pretty often. So I was like, pink and purple go along together, and then gold complements it quite well.
I think it's really cool. Any emotes, toggles you like to show off a little bit?
Oh, I have so many, and I'm getting more.
Ooh. You know what? I thought about doing the same thing. Hi, Des. Oh my God, it's Soma. Yeah, it's Des. You know Soma? Des is a lovely VTuber. It's an Android VTuber. Such an awesome person. She's really cool.
Hi, babes. Hi.
Such a really cool person. I think you two would actually hit off very well because she has very similar design styles. This is an Android version.
Period, babe.
Definitely check her out. She's really cool. Really cool, talented person.
But yeah, I've got my your
Blush. Oh, your little blush.
Oh. I've got my hard eyes.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
You know, just some nervous sweats.
It's really cool.
In case I get a little bit nervous. Or if I see someone hot.
I love the nosebleed. Nosebleed a little bit. It's like, oh. That model's so cool, right?
In the nosebleed section, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I love it. The animation is so cool. Right? The model looks so cool.
And then we've got, let me stop sweating, it's getting stinky. This, I like this, like the little shadow over, because it can be like, bitch, what the fuck you say?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, snap? What? What do you mean?
Or it could be for fear.
Mm-hmm. Like, ah! Like distress kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. And then I love Sampaku eyes. I've always loved.
Oh yeah, the eyeballs, like that. Now, is that a toggle? Because I've noticed you doing it every now and then.
It is a toggle.
Oh wow, you're very fluid with that. Because sometimes I just thought you just if you look a certain way or you have a certain kind of motion, it just activates. But if you toggle that, you're very fluid with that. Very good job.
Thank you. When it comes to eye toggles, it works a lot better when you like close for a second and then open.
No,
so you get that transition.
That's a good tip for VTubers. Everyone who's in the VTuber like chat needs to put that as like a note. It's always good when you do eye transitions to close your eyes and then do it so that it looks like. I've noticed that a lot of VTubers like to do that, but I just never noticed that personally. My VTuber model, because I'm a hybrid streamer, I do VTubing as well. I like the little cat. The little cat is adorable. But I try to have a very unique design for my model. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's just a mask.
I have.
Oh, you have? I have this little like mask design, so it doesn't really. It has a lot of expressions, but expressions are not as like fluid as like someone with like eyes. Because this is a VTuber without no eyes. Yeah, so like it's very unique and different. I love him so much for that. Anything else you want to show off? I do like the little mouth. I like the mouth.
Oh yeah, I knew I needed this for when I'm feeling a little bit more soft or silly.
I love it. It's very cool. It's very cat-like.
Well, yeah, I literally have it like labeled as meow.
Meow. I love it.
Meow.
Ooh. The eyes. Oh, swirly eyes. Does it move?
No, it doesn't, sadly.
But still cool. It's still very cool.
I usually put this on when I'm playing horror games, since, you know.
Oh, then can you combine that with the Dread one too?
Oh yeah, they're all interchangeable with the sweat as well.
I love that. It's like, scary games. Then your mouth's all wiggly.
Chat, should I go in? Chat, should I breathe?
So it's behind you? Is it what's behind me? You know?
Oh my god, yes. And then whenever I'm eating, I usually put on the drool toggle, because I do eat on stream and sometimes I do mukbang streams.
Go for it. I know about you, but I always find it's okay to eat on streams. Like, I know there's some people who are kind of against it, but I'm like, we're all human. Like
Well, I've also struggled with anorexia in the past, so I'm like, I've got to eat. I need to eat, so I'm not falling into bad habits again. So I'm not
Good.
depriving myself of nutrients.
That makes sense. Be good.
And my favorite.
The door. Let's go. Just do. Oh, that's actually the same one. Like, I agree with you. You know, I love it. And that's the same one that's on the thumbnail, actually.
Exactly.
That's so cool. I love it.
Of course, I got Tia and Tamara popping out.
Ooh, you name them too. They have names.
Oh my god, please don't tell me the joke went over your head, too.
What?
Do you know what Tia and Tamara means?
Just, shoot, man, you just telling me all the good stuff. I just don't know.
Have you ever heard the Doja song Tia Tamara?
The Doja song? No, I don't think so. No, I have not.
Tia is your left titty and Tamara is your right titty.
Derp knew the son knew it. I didn't know that.
They are twins in real life, but some people were like Tia and Tamara being the titties. So I'm like, instead of having titties, I have my shoulder melts. So I'm like Tia and Tamara. My eyes are up here.
Okay. I love it. I'm sorry that I didn't catch that, but you know what? A lot of things are going over my head. It seems like
I'm here to educate you.
I appreciate it. I want to learn these kind of things. I remember like. Maybe because I'm old, but I remember working with a young lady back in my retail days, and she was teaching me how to like speak like more modern, and she taught me how to use the proper terminology for throwing shade. I felt so proud of myself.
Do you throw shade well?
No, I don't. But I'm like, hey, I think the way I did it was like, this person sounds like they're trying to throw shade at you. And she was like, oh, you did it right. I was like, yeah, I did it.
Before I show my second page of toggles, I will say, I think that's one problem that a lot of like queer creators they struggle a little bit in, is they don't know what straight up fucking mean and what is shade.
Oh, I do not know there's a difference.
Oh yeah, so being shady is very playful. I mean, there's sometimes truth, sometimes not truth behind it, but it's very playful. It's nothing too harmful, but it's very, I guess that could be considered more reading, but a lot of people don't. Some people are just straight mean with it, and I've had so many people come to me saying they said X, Y, and Z. I'm like, yeah, but Loki said that the other day, and it's like, and they're like, oh, but when you say it, I know you're joking. Within the context, I know that you don't actually mean it, and you even have poked fun at yourself soon after to make sure that people know you're not serious. Sorry, and people just don't know how to properly do it. I mean, what was the other day? Not the other day. I think last month. I'm not gonna say who, but I was in a collab with someone, and quite a few people, but there was someone that like tried to come for me, and was just like, and you know, we were playing Among Us, and they had like big old eyebrows, and they were like accusing me, and I was like, at least I ain't got Sharpies for eyebrows, baby. And they were like, at least I'm not just a TikTok streamer, and I'm like,
whoa. Like, yeah.
Well, then I came back and I'm like, babe, I don't stream on TikTok that often. It's been like a month or two. And they were like, well, how come I every time I go on, like you're live on there? I'm like, well, I guess you're not on that often.
Exactly.
Hello? And then they shut up.
Well, yeah, because one, like that was just a fun little harmless joke from Among Us, and they took it too seriously, you know?
Yep.
So, but let me try to understand this really quick. Okay, so shade, being shady, is playfulness.
It can be. Whenever you're trying to be shady to a friend in a non-harmful manner, you're playfully like almost teasing them in a sense.
And that's called shading. That's called shade, or throwing shade.
The shade.
The shade.
And then, but you can call things out for being shady, which is where you're just like, here's the bullshit.
Okay. I'm learning, guys.
Shading,
I'm learning. Writing
being
this down.
shade, like throwing shade and reading are kind of similar. I would say throwing shade is a little bit more to the point, while reading is a little bit more playful.
Okay. Makes sense. I'm learning all this stuff. If I ever have like questions on this kind of stuff, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you on this. You're definitely gonna be my own.
babes.
I love it. I need to learn these kind of things because I'm very innocent when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, no, let's go hang out, let's have some fun and stuff. That like I remember like I dated a girl just recently, and I didn't know this, but like she was flirting with me so hard for like an entire year. I didn't even know it. I just I'm dense with this kind of things. I don't know. I'm very direct kind of person. I need to know this kind of things. Else I'm just gonna be.
Hey, Murray? Yeah, start up that show again. We got a bitch that needs to go on there.
No!
Oh my god.
Well, it's not my fault. I didn't know. She kept on going on like collabs. I thought she was just having fun. You know, like I like doing collabs with a lot of people.
Are you a little autistic by any chance? A little bit hard to read up on social cues.
That's why I took psychology, so that I could like understand people. But also like I've had so many situations in the past, so it's more like a defense mechanism, to be honest, where it's just like I've had so many situations in the past where I thought people liked me, and then when I did try to approach them, I found out I was just the friend. So like I had missed signs on those kind of stuff. So over the many years of dealing with that kind of stuff, that I just kind of just like, okay, unless you're very blunt with me, I'm not going to assume. I don't want to like get into that situation where I lose a great friend just because like I misinterpret a flirt or just a compliment. You know, I don't want to get into that situation.
What the fuck did you just say in this goddamn God-given gay chat right now?
What?
Sometimes
Playful
I like
Hades.
farting in the cheese aisle and watching the snooty people saying how wonderful the cheese smells.
Well, hi, Hades. It's great. That's one way to say hi. Well, you know what? I probably will stay out of that aisle. This doesn't sound like an aisle I want to go into.
Jail.
Jail. Gone.
Jail!
Well, Hella, it's great to see you. Good to see you, Hades, as well. Like it looks like I have two gods and goddesses over here. Thank you so much. We do have the stretch, so we can both stretch right now.
Oh, I got you. Oh, shit!
What the frick kind of stretch was that? You just turned into an accordion.
I stretched my funny bone.
That was actually a good one. That's a good one. I love that. I was
Yo, she tries.
That's a good one. That's a good joke. I like that joke. I should try that. I'm gonna write that one down too. Good one. Let's go.
Write down.
Write down.
Yo, write down.
Cool. Any other toggles you want to show off? Anything else you want to show off with your model?
Sure. I've got the top shirt off.
Oh snap.
And then the bottom shirt off.
Oh snap.
Though there were some layering issues, so I have to bring my hand back up. A bitch slap a hoe. But I also have gloves off as well, to where it's just full shirt off.
Whoa.
I do have a pants off toggle and a shoes off.
For those kinds of moments and streams, obviously. Whoa, I know, right?
Exactly. And then I have my lesbian pixie cut.
Looks cool. Looks cool. It's cool.
Then I've got my twin tails.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then I've got my Lady Bunny drag wig.
That's cool.
Yeah. Ooh.
Very cool. Very fluffy. Very bouncy.
I mean, it's like 4 wigs stacked on top of each other. So I mean, like, you know, she's layered. She's layered to the gods.
Very layered.
Yes, indeed.
Very cool.
I've got hand down. I have a nipples toggle in case they decide to switch TOS again.
Oh yeah.
And then do I have anything else? Oh, it's okay. So my model, I allowed them to experiment however they wanted.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, I'll let you. So they wanted to try a model walk for the first time. So like,
Ah.
it looks good right now, and then you look at the legs, and you're like, ooh, okay, I see where it was experimental, but not in like a bad way.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, ooh,
Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. Okay, okay.
like it's not awful, but you can
Yeah.
tell it was their first time trying this,
Yeah.
and
Well,
all that.
the way it looks like to me is like the legs are going out like this, while it should be walked like this.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
it was their
strange.
first time, so I was
Got the
like, okay,
beats.
you know what? It ain't bad for a first time.
Yeah, I know. I can see it. I see where it's going. Tell you the truth, if you like kind of cut off a certain level, it looks legit. It looks really good. But
Oh,
like,
it really do.
yeah. But like, if you look
It's
at the
just
full body,
red.
then yeah, it kind of looks kind of off.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Anything else?
I think that's all my toggles actually.
Okay, okay. Well, let's get into one of my other favorite questions to ask. Because alongside all the cool things you just showed off by your model, my favorite things to ask after we see all your model and all your designs is that what is your personal favorite part about your design?
Oh, I love. Ooh, okay, so I'd say it's a tie between the eyes and the
Mhm.
shoulders.
Yep, that's my two favorite too. I love them. I love them a lot. They're really cool. Very unique, very cool. I do like the on your image. I don't know if you can do this or will you do this eventually, but I really like the when the tongue comes out of your shoulder. I like when it wraps around the arm. That was kind of cool. You know?
Oh wait. Wait. Oh, you mean like when I do the hand up?
No, no. So in your like sketch that you showed me, part of it looks like the tongue like wraps around the arm.
Oh, we
That
were
just
gonna
looks really
do that,
cool. I like
but
that style.
then because of time constraints and stuff like that, and I didn't like. I know that my artists have a life of their own, and it was gonna end up being a big it was gonna end up being taxing and delaying the debut a lot more, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not gonna put my artists through anguish to meet a deadline that I could push back, but I still want to meet. So do I push back the deadline, or do I give them an easier thing to work with in terms of the tongues with the shoulder mouths that can meet the deadline? And I'd rather not stress them the fuck out. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have the shoulder tongues either way, and it's gonna give the same fucking effect. Not as badass, but it's still gonna give the same effect. So I was like, just draw it as that, and you know what? It's still gonna look good, and we're gonna meet deadline.
I love it. I love it. Meet that deadline. It's very good. If you do ever do it in the future, I definitely love that, like that look to it. But nothing wrong with that. I just was curious. I was really curious. It looks like Derp wants to feed your shoulders. What do they eat?
You know, they prefer nightmares, but you know, I do love a good pumpkin spice latte, a little bit of some apple butter, a little bit of peach moonshine. You know, the basics, the
Good taste, good
essentials.
taste. I love it. I love it. Good flavors. Okay, okay. Do you ever
I mean,
like?
I am a good flavor.
Oh. But do you ever have those like moments where you're just like sitting on a couch and you just like don't feel like lifting the glass up? You just like have your tongue just like eat your food thanks to you.
No, because I have to get my Apple Watch steps in, so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta get up. I gotta get my steps in for the day.
You know what? Makes sense. Makes sense. I work at a rental place where I rent out cars, and I walk around all over like the area so much that I don't have to worry about those steps. So it makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, period.
Oh, sweet pumpkin spice nightmares. I got you. Oh, no, like Derp got you.
Thanks,
Derp's gonna get some
babe.
of your
Just in time for the season too.
Just in time, bud. Just in time. I love it. The next question for you, and that is a lore backstory. Do you have a lore backstory going on with you?
The funny thing is, I used to,
Mm.
but I've thought about it, and it's gone through so many iterations between different agencies and then as an indie. And as of right now, I'm like, I don't need a backstory. I don't need lore. Literally, people like, for me, I would much rather be silly with it and a lot of people like will explain their lore and stuff like that, and I'm just a fucking bitch. I'm just
There you go.
a client. Or I'll be
You
like,
are Soma. You are
hi,
Soma.
I'm the right-winged uncle that told you that therapy isn't real, Soma. Like, I'll do shit like that. I'll just say random shit and then say I'm Soma.
Yep, I'm Soma. I am this thing. I love it. No, it puts a little bit more like you don't need a lore. You are you, and you're already enough to be like known for that kind of stuff. So I can definitely see that. That's actually really cool. Like
Thank you.
I love lore because of the storytelling kind of side of things, but also I like the individuality of just you being you and having you be your own story, and I think that's pretty cool too.
Plus, if there's a story behind it, why do I have TLDR in front of my name?
True.
Because that's my whole thing originally. Is like my friend Ken came up with the name Soma, and I was like, okay, Soma's a good one, but I really want to do username type name, and he came up with the Japanese name. I was like, why don't I do the K9 Kuro type thing, where I have the Japanese name be the Easter egg behind the username. So like Soma's full name is Soma Akudama. Akudama standing for essentially a villain character, a bad guy, which I have been made out to be the bad guy several times, when in fact, baby, I'm not Boo Boo the Fool, they were. And you know, I love Reddit stories, so I was like, TLDR, that's all she motherfucking wrote. TLDR, Soma, that's all you need to know, baby.
TLDR, that's all you need to know. You just need to know that, and that's all you need to know. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Don't read the story. Too long, don't read. All you need to know is I'm Soma, baby.
Good way of doing it. I love it. That's a good. That should be your tagline right there. That should be literally on a t-shirt.
I actually want to release merch that says that's all she motherfucking wrote. I want to release merch that says that.
Dude, I would buy that shirt. That'd be a really cool shirt. That'd be so good. You should definitely write that down. Write it down. All right.
Jessica, write it down.
Jessica, what are you doing? Write it down. I love
Get
it.
your ass going. Come on, I pay you.
Come on, go over there. And I'm pretty sure just like a dog just sitting there, just like, who the frick is Jessica?
Like, who the hell is that bitch?
Love it. All right, so next question is going to go into the VTuber community a little bit. Now, we did talk a little bit about the VTuber community already with the kind of stuff on it. So if you want to dive more into it, definitely go for it. If you want to be like a shortened version of what you already talked about, you can go for it. But pretty much the question is what's your thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment?
I feel like we've lost the plot. I feel like originally it was this smaller, niche-ish community that had bad apples, but like they were more bad apples, a lot more behind the scenes. There wasn't as much parasocialism, and there wasn't a need to be marketable. Like there was so much joy in being individuals and being creative, and now from what I've heard from multiple people about how some people actually are behind the scenes and different motivations behind the scenes of certain people, I'm like, oh, so it's more about being marketable, it's about having a certain image, and it's about using people.
Not cool.
Exactly. And that's for a lot of people that have a platform. There's a lot of people that are good, but
yeah,
there is still a lot of people that I have heard through the grapevine or have experienced that I'm like, I know your dirty secrets. I'm not going to air it out because I'm a fucking adult and it's not my place, but I know your fucking dirty secrets. I know how you've impacted people. I know what you've done, and you are not a good person, even though people want to treat you like it.
Yep. I know a couple of people like that too, unfortunately, and again, being an adult, you just kind of just move on from it, stuff like that. But let's just say that there's some people that have platforms and communities that I feel like really shouldn't have platforms and communities. But
exactly,
I'm going to continue down my lane. Going to keep on doing my things that I like to do and keep growing as a content creator on my own way. Just they do what they want to do.
And unless they've done something super fucked up, I do have the mindset, which I have said a few times here before, is I hope they prove me wrong on my thought process about them. I hope I am always willing to change my mind unless it comes to certain circumstances, or if I've been impacted personally. And then at that point, that's just how I feel. That's my opinion. But I really am open to, if let's just say someone had a spat with someone else and that's why they don't like them, and I get that one side of the story. If that and it would happen like years ago, if they've definitely changed and they've proven to me they've changed, I'm willing to be like, you know what, maybe that was just a petty thing between two people. You know, I'm not gonna like let drive my hard opinion on them. You know, petty shit like that. I'm like, there is always, if I'm hearing one side of the story and it's like not a terrible ass situation, I'm willing to look at it with an open mind. But if it's like a bad situation and I get one side of the story, I'm gonna have my reservations. Not full facts, but I'm gonna have my reservations and my opinions on the person personally, not outwardly like bashing them, but I will personally have my reserved opinions.
Makes sense. And I know those kind of feelings too. There's definitely some people that like I don't really like their personal views, and I don't really like their style they go for, but it's not like the worst as like needs to be like drawn out. It's just like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, go for it. That's your jam. But I just don't really agree with that kind of stuff. So I definitely see that as well. Oh, makes sense. Well, have you worked in a association with either a group of VTubers that you were surprised, like the kind of way they acted behind the scenes compared to what they do in front of cameras?
My old femboy friend group.
Well, like in a good way and a bad way. I want to hear two examples.
Bad way.
Okay. Your old VTuber fem group.
My old femboy group. I will not say usernames as I don't want to spread harassment and hate.
True.
If you know, you know. I like going through therapy, I realized how I was mistreated and some very fucked up shit that I don't agree with. And I started to hear about how they would call people slurs and body shame people behind the scenes, even though their bodies are artificial.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and how they blatantly would mistreat people, like they got into a petty spat with someone else that I'm still good friends with, and that was in the group. And then the one person they had a spat with, I'm like, both y'all are my friends, like I'm not here to choose friends. And the person they got into a spat with, the one individual, was just like, I respect that. While they tried to spin me to have a biased narrative towards them so often. So I was like, who do I trust more? The one that's trying to force me to have an opinion that only benefits them, or the person that's like, think how you want to think and be how you want to be. I ain't gonna judge a man. We're still friends. I'm gonna choose that one because that's not toxic as fuck.
True.
And you know, from other people's experiences and my own, I don't fuck with them anymore. You know, a large majority of the group are just followers of the really bad people. And I don't mean like just following on Twitch. I mean like they follow them in the friend group and all that. Like kind of like Regina George with her posse. Like they were the posse. And so there's a lot of people that I'm like, you align with it, and that's why I'm not talking to you and why I'm not interacting with you anymore, just because you align with it, and I don't want that in my life. It's nothing personally against you. I'm just protecting my peace. While there's other people that I genuinely hope that they Is it bad to say that I hope they get their downfall?
You know what? That is the thing that a lot of people have, is that they hope for the downfall. And I know, fortunately, I do know of some people that I kind of in the same way.
It's not ill malice. It's not out of ill malice. It's out of, I know your demons, I know your secrets, I know what you're doing, and you don't deserve to have the popularity you do, and you don't deserve to keep mistreating people like that, which I know you've been doing.
Well, I know that I believe in karma. I think karma will come and get everyone that deserves it. So I'm the kind of person that is just going to sit back, relax, and eat some pack of popcorn while all that goes down.
No, literally, me too. I'm like, I literally would rather just eat the popcorn and get the tea. And the thing is too that you know what, I'm gonna vent about this too. I've met so many people where I have been genuinely hurt by not just companies but by individuals that I've had to release statements on, or I've helped victims release their statements on situations. I've had people that know that I'm deeply hurt by someone I thought was my friend, or someone that was kind of a stranger that has hurt me personally too. And I'll want someone to talk to, because that's how I feel better, is I need to like vent it. I need to speak it out to have resolution behind it, and instead of bottling it up. And people, instead of being like, I'm here to support you, like, talk to me, which is how I try to approach people, or I'll even just say, spill, like, just give me what's going on. They'll be like, ooh, drama, give me the tea. And I'm like, that's not helping.
Yeah.
That's an asshole thing to say. If you're just here for the tea and not here for me as a friend, you're an asshole.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You're
Like, well, it's just the thing is, like, if you're only doing it as a way of like hearing the story as entertainment or to use against other people, that's not a helpful thing. Venting and expressing yourself is all about just listening and not judging. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, terribly sorry you got to deal with that. Not a fun situation to deal with friends. Now, going back to my original question though, have you ever don't worry, have you ever had a situation where it was the reverse, where you might had a pre-existing like connotation on a person, maybe it was negative, and then when you actually finally kind of got to know them a little bit behind the scenes a little bit, you actually had a more of a positive kind of side of things?
It wasn't let me think actually. Let me look at my DMs real quick. See if there's anyone that pops
Go
up.
go for it, you know. Because again, like, I do really love like your like history and your like your background and all the things you dealt with, because you dealt with a lot of different VTubers, for a lot of different content creators, a lot of different voice actors and actresses. It's just kind of, I'd like picking your brain without trying to like dive into it too personally, you know. I just want to hear some
it's a
interesting
drag queen.
Okay.
So this drag queen named Candy Muse. You know, I love her. She brings the moment, she brings the drama on reality TV, and I actually have an art piece based off of a meme she was famous for called Sitting Alone in the VIP, and I posted it like of the side by side while like commenting on what's up with Twitch teams? I wish I could be a part of a team, but I'm over here sitting alone in the VIP, and I posted them side by side. And again, this is a bitch that's been on Drag Race and House of Villains, the TV shows. And she quote retweets it, and she just has question marks. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. And I wasn't sure how the Drag Race fans were gonna react to me, because sometimes they can be very fucking ruthless and toxic. I wasn't sure if she was taking offense to this at all, and I DM'd her real quick. I was like, hey girl, and we're like not friends or anything at all, but I was like, hey girl, if you don't want me to use this, or if it offended you, I'm so sorry, just let me know, I'll take it off. And she's like, babes, you're good, you're fine. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was just confused what you were talking about.
But she's not a streamer.
Like, yeah, she's not a streamer at all. She's she's a drag queen that's on reality TV. She's a TV personality.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, thank god. And we kikied for like I'd probably say about like 10 minutes or so. Like we talked a little bit.
That's still
Then
cool.
she had to go. Oh yeah. And she didn't take any offense to it. She was so sweet. So sweet. I will forever love Candy Muse. She is a sweetheart. I love her. Amazing.
Nice. I love hearing stories like that too. That's really cool. Awesome. All right. Well, next question for you. And that is very cool. I like the story. It's really good. Is since you first started streaming from the very beginning, and compared to yourself on the most recent stream you just did not that long ago, have you noticed any changes in your quality, your performance, your style, your mannerisms?
I'd say I've leaned more into just being gay as fuck.
Cool.
I'd say just because I've been mentally exhausted from time to time, I feel like my my improv has come back a little bit. Like it's taken a step back a little bit and needs to be drawn out again, and that I'm a little less giggly than before, just because I'm juggling so much. And since I am paying for college out of pocket, like I can't pay for editors and stuff like that, so I'm doing everything myself. Mostly everything myself. And it's just like, so much to where I go live and I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to be funny. That's the thing too, is sometimes I will play games and I've had to stop playing games because I try to be funny, and then like Outlast 2, I played the first Outlast game, I was able to be funny throughout it. I started playing the second game and they were talking about insemination and murder of a child and stuff like that.
I couldn't get into the second one.
And I can play through a game that has that and just be like, let's mow down the bad guys. But like, I did not feel comfortable being on stream trying to be funny as they are talking about like impregnating teenagers and stuff like that. I didn't feel comfortable doing that, so I switched the game. I was like, I apologize, chat, but I'm gonna be real and honest. I don't think it's appropriate for me to be pulling jokes and trying to be funny while there's serious topics like this happening, whether it's a horror game or not.
Yep, 100%. And like, there's a reason when you can actually see, like, there's definitely a reason why, like, that game is not really streamed very often because of the, like, talks on it. Because at the end of the day, we all are content creators, we're all entertainers, And if the game we're trying to play really has, like, that kind of a tone to it, unless that is your content that you do release, usually people who are more on the comedic side of things can't really work with that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So I definitely
noticed that, like, people come to me to laugh. People come to me for the shock value and stuff like that, and just because I'm queer as fuck. But I'm not gonna like subject myself to being uncomfortable and therefore making my audience uncomfortable. That's not fair to them or me.
True. All right, makes sense. I love it. But like I said, I love the journey and the kind of quality you kind of go into your streams, your content. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Of course. Now let's get some fun facts about you. Some fun facts. And one of my favorite fun facts to get to is one of the hardest questions of the rest of the stream, and that is, do you have any favorite games or favorite game franchises?
My favorite game franchises are probably Pokemon.
Good choice. I love that.
I love Pokemon. And I do like, I'd probably say my top 3 are Pokemon, Silent Hill, and I do really like Outlast and Outlast Trials. Fuck the second game, but I do like Outlast and Outlast Trials.
No, I can see that. I love Silent Hill too. I'm a kind of a newer enjoyer of the Silent Hill franchise because I never really played it when I was a kid. I always played the Resident Evil games, and Fatal Frame. Those are my like horror games of choice. But now that I'm able to try and get it introduced to the Silent Hill franchise a little bit from the remakes and trying to get like some of the old school like collectors of the games, I'm starting to find myself really enjoying it as well. So I'm definitely like that.
Period. Yeah, cool. I love the artistic factor of Silent Hill. Pokemon I've loved, but Silent Hill I love the story behind the development team about the lightning in the bottle and how corporate greed eventually dismantled the original dev team, and like the story behind it is so poetic, and not just the game itself, but like the story of how it came about, along with just the details and the reasons behind certain monsters, the environments, etc. It's a very interesting and poetic franchise.
And I just like the storytelling as well, and like the meanings behind certain kind of things. I like oh, this person is in the dream world, kind of a Silent Hill, because of these reasons, and you don't really think about that because you just play the surface level.
Well,
and
that's
so you
just
dive
on the
into
second game.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate about corporate, is that the dev team originally wanted to carry out the concepts of Silent Hill 2 into the rest of the franchise, where it was a personalized hell for people. But then the corporate was like, but we need a story, so guess what? We're going back to the cult.
Oh, this is a cult thing. So the only experience I have with Silent Hill is just the second. I want to play some of the newer ones.
Definitely play
and I want
the
to play
other
other ones. I do want to play the other ones. Which ones would you recommend me playing?
The first, second, and third are your peak.
Okay.
Because that's when the first development team really put their heart and soul into feeling the isolation in the company, no time limit, so they really worked their love into it. And then, in which the first one really took off, was really visceral, and then you get to the second game, which is a lot more poetic, a lot less culty. And then it circles back to the cult in the third one, but still has a lot of good horror and message elements. Does have a little bit of a personalized hell to it as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
The new one looks good.
I do like the new one.
I'm actually happy for the new one. The new one seems like they are going back to the roots of the second one, and that they are going to be leaning more into what the original charm of Silent Hill was.
I agree. I've been looking forward to the new one too. I like the kind of styles with it. And I think it's kind of crazy that it's already been banned in a couple of states. Like
really?
in Australia. Yeah, it's already banned in Australia.
Dang.
There's a child harm. There's a lot of child torture.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what happened in Danganronpa too.
Exactly. So like that's the kind of things that you have to worry about that. Which I'm still like, super excited to play it. I'm definitely gonna be streaming it.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really just curious on the designs of the monsters. That's what really like gets me.
That's my favorite part.
I love how unique each design is. You know, like how like it's just finding a character that just looks crazy. I love that.
Yep.
I think it's really cool. Next question for you. That is, if you could live in any video game or anime world, what world would you like to live in? The nurse is all hot. You're right.
I'm gonna be basic again. I'm gonna say Pokemon.
Yep, that's always my answer. I want to live in a Pokemon world.
Yep.
Agreed. Same here. Same here. It's been cool to be like holding a giant Gengar. You know, just all like sleep on a Snorlax. I'm innocent in that kind of sense. I just love that. I know that you can technically have Pokemon that literally like summons black holes to like destroy the entire world. From feeling differently for someone, but you know, I still like it.
In the Pokemon world, it seems like there is a lot more balance with nature compared to our actual world. And yeah, oh my god, it's a whole thing. But yeah, no, that's how I feel about it, at least. And on top of that, for me, I think I would open an apothecary, because I dabble in apothecary work. Actually, I do apothecary work. I actually made medicine last week to help me get through my cold that I had.
I feel like that'd be a really good skill to have as a voice actor kind of person, because you have to always worry about your throat and your voice, and to have like having good like material that can help you out with that, because most people just say just drink tea and you're good, but I feel like you probably know like a lot better remedies to like help out with that.
Tea, cough drops, there's certain tonics you can make as well that really work. Tea is the biggest thing. mainly because of, yes, the warmth helping soothe a lot of aches in the throat, but also because of the steam that comes with the hot water, the hot tea.
That's true. It's true. Like, but also, it's kind of scary because if you know what can heal people, you probably know how to hurt people too. So, just say,
I mean,
stay on the good side, okay? Stay on the good side.
I mean, it's that case with all medicine, though, isn't it? I mean, it comes down to dosage. It comes down to the amount you use, whether you choose to use properly or misuse plants. I mean, like, let's take rhubarb, for example. The plant rhubarb, I believe I'd have to, like, look at my books again, because all my information comes from my grandmother, who was an apothecary and homeopathic, that had a bunch of books and did a lot of research. But I believe when it comes to rhubarb, I think it's the stem that is edible, but the other parts of it are actually toxic.
Oh, kind of like an artichoke, right?
Yeah, kind of like an artichoke. It's very much, you have to find the balance with it. There is some that are very deadly, like belladonna. There's certain mushrooms that are still very toxic. But even with some toxic stuff, like mold, certain mold, you get medicine like penicillin.
That's interesting. I think I heard the story about how penicillin was made was based off of, like, mold. So I thought that was actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Things you didn't know. The more you know,
Exactly.
the more you know. Love it. That's cool. That's cool. All right, next question. If you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small they are, who would you collab with?
Oh my god. Who would I collab with? Ooh, fuck. Oh, shit. I want to say, oh my god. Okay, who am I following right now on Twitch? Hold on. I would love to collab with Chibidoki, but I think I would be too much for her. I think
Chibidoki's
I love Chibidoki. Chibidoki makes me cackle. I would probably want to collab with Cottontail. Honestly, I feel
you
like
and Cottontail would really
cackle.
Yeah, I feel like you and Cottontail would really hit it off very well.
I would love to do something with her. But yeah, I know that she's probably had plenty of people try to grift off her before, so I'd probably be like, let's talk for a bit behind the scenes before we do anything, babes.
True. She's probably, like, one of the most, like, approachable, but also very worrisome to like for people to kind of go into her space. So it definitely makes sense. But yeah, I feel like you guys would hit it off pretty well. I feel like your comedy act together would be really hilarious. I think it'd be really nice.
I would love to.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. Let's see. All right, next question is what is next for you? What is your goals? What would you like to accomplish? I know you have a cover coming out pretty soon.
I do, but I always told myself this is the only answer I would give when it comes to this kind of question. I'd love to see what's next as much as you do.
You don't want to look too far in the past or to have too many goals. You just want to continue doing what you're doing, and hopefully it'll keep growing.
Exactly. It's a mix of one of my favorite drag queens, Lux Noir London, has always said, I would love to see what's up next as much as you guys do, because she's not going to set herself up to a pedestal that is too high for her to reach, or to set a standard for others that is not accomplishable either. And I'm not going to do that to myself. I've let myself down too many times from having too high standards and setting a precedent for when it doesn't happen being crushed. So I'd rather not torture myself with setting these big goals and stuff like that, especially when I'm going through college and all this shit right now as well. So what's next and what are my goals? Well, I'd love to see them as much as you guys do.
Well, we're definitely going to be watching you very closely to check out all the amazing things you'll be doing in the future, and we'll see you keep on growing, because as long as you stay true to yourself, I'm pretty sure you're going to keep on moving up.
Oh, baby, I ain't going nowhere.
I love it.
Maybe up, but there ain't no going down. With
No
these
going
feet
down.
and this pedicure.
Yep. The sky is the limit. Sky is the limit.
Well, there's a thing called the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere is the limit. Atmosphere is the limit. Yeah, that's the limit. Obviously.
That's the limit.
That's the limit. Cool. Are you ready for my favorite question of all time?
I'm ready.
Also,
I'm
love
girding my loins.
Oh, nice. All the loins. I love this question so much. I asked this question to every single person who's ever been on my show. I even was able to ask this question to Iron Mouse herself. I was able to I was able to go on a panel. Oh, not be on a panel, but see her on a panel, and I was able to ask her this question. So in a way, she was on my show a little bit.
No, period. She was. Yes.
Exactly. I feel good around that. So are you ready for that question too?
I'm so ready.
Cool. The question is, do you have any advice for those who want to get into streaming / VTubing?
Take an improv class.
That's a good one.
Take
I need to do that still.
Take a motherfucking improv class.
I need to do that personally too. I definitely need
There's
that.
so many people that I'm not a yes man. I am not a yes man. If you are not funny, I'm gonna tell you it's not funny. I'm not gonna be a bitch about it, but I'm gonna tell you it's not funny. You're like, and comedy can always be improved. And some people are not comedians, but it's always good to be able to have those chops to pull a joke out your ass when you need, or to be able to just fall into just blabbing when you need to. And improv helps with that. There is a certain formula for improv that every single person that wants to do entertainment, that wants to do VTubing, that wants to do streaming needs to pick up. So many of the most successful people improv their way through their entire streams, whether it's the chat to save time to get to the next part, or if they're, which is annoying, but someone don't have the chops at that moment when they are silent for like minutes not that you need to talk nonstop. I mean, part of my comedy is the awkward pause, the awkward silence from time to time. But when you are silent from not knowing what to say, that's where you're killing yourself. That's where it's like, you don't know how to keep entertaining, do you? You don't know the audience, you don't know how to keep a show going. And you need that. You need that.
100%. Build the silence. Agreed.
Exactly. Use the silence to your advantage too. It like for me, I mean, there's so many times where someone would be like, they would say a joke and I would think it'd be funny. So like they would say like, damn, I got a rash from that shit, and I'd just be like, when did I ask? and everyone would, and it'd be funny because I let the awkwardness sit there, and then just
it gives us time to like understand what's being said, you know.
Well, that, but also you're like, what are they gonna say? Or just like, did it not land? And then you just reply with some random shit, and then they're like, oh my fucking god, this is what I waited for.
Yep.
Exactly.
Build up. I love it. It's good payoff.
Find your own. Exactly. It's between improv and then studying comedy. There is a formula and categories to comedy that people don't realize. There are different styles of comedy, but there is a ground-based formula for comedy as well that people do not know and do not care to look at. And there's so many times that I have met people that think they're funny, but because they just have yes men around them, they're not funny. There's so many friends that will have me watch a video or read through their scripts, and you know, they'll have that type expression like, what do you think? And I'm like, I think X, Y, and Z is good, but this and this did not land for me, and you might want to rework it. Or you might want to go and add in some extra sound effects or a meme onto that video to make it funny.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You have a lot of lot of knowledge and a lot of teachings that happen. I would love to like maybe like behind the scenes just like take like a class of just you teaching me how to do certain things because you are so knowledgeable with so many things. I just love just listening to you like go into these kind of ways. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. And it's a very like from person to person type thing too. Each person grows into their own comedy. Like I know like Chibidoki, she has loud random references and stuff like that. Me, I like to be sassy. I like to be a little, you know, crazy and loud sometimes, but I also utilize shocking, lewd-ish humor along with dramatic pauses for my humor.
And I think being able to like see that and recognize that in yourself, but also other people is also a really good talent by itself. Some people just think, oh no, everyone's just funny in their own way. It's like, yeah, but why are they funny in their own way? What makes them different?
Exactly.
I like that.
And if you, I don't know, it's also like, here's a test for me too. If you are the only one laughing 50% of the time and you're not getting a reaction at all, you maybe don't have your formula down. Try looking into the formula and seeing what needs to be changed to get that outcome.
True.
I know not all my jokes land a lot of the time, but even like you've proven, for some people who may not be in the know and get my jokes, they're still laughable.
Yeah.
They are still like, oh, I may not understand, but I know there's a punchline here.
That was a punchline. I do remember that.
Exactly. And that's the formula, that you need to refine to get your humor to land.
Nope. And I can definitely see that. Like, because even if like you still don't really understand the joke, you know it was a joke and you know that there's something funny going on. Oh yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, like I had a voiceover friend who I'm kind of still in touch with that was like, oh, I'm gonna get into VTubing, and I was like, oh, and that's one thing I will vent a little bit too about before we go to, is a lot of people think, especially in the voiceover industry, think that they can just do VTubing because either they have roles that will make them stand out. Like there's someone that I was friends with that got a role in a very popular game, and then they tried VTubing, only averaged 2 viewers, and it wasn't until they were like, hi, I'm this voice actor for this character that's really popular, watch me.
Boom.
For every single stream title, then they blew up. They grifted off their part. They did not grow it naturally. They grifted off their role. And there's a lot of voice actors, there's a lot of people who will think they are hilarious and comedians, or think they can just do it and it's easy, but my other friend was just like, well, I want to get into it. They didn't have a interesting design that really popped out at all or stood out amongst the oversaturation that is the community now. And their main jokes were just SpongeBob references. Not knocking on that, but it's not what's going to keep people interested and involved if every like 5 minutes you're like, this reminds me of this from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
You could say it maybe every once in a while and then laugh at it, but you cannot just expect that to carry your comedy.
True. Memes are great, but not really something that you want to carry your entire like content on.
You can't lean on it.
Very true. Cool. Well, I love it. I think that was really good, inspirational kind of like tips and tricks. I learned a lot from this, and I actually am super happy that I was able to get you on my show and just explain to me. I just wanted to gush a lot about your design, and you pretty much explained to me some really good, impactful stuff that goes on in your life, the community of VTubing and voice acting, and you gave you some really good advice. And you're also really funny, so I just had a blast. It was a great time.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you immensely. Thank you for coming on my show and giving me your time. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the invite. I know it took about like 6 business days to get to my doorstep, but you know, just
it was
Paper
worth
Express
it.
next time.
I will try my best. I'll hand carry it. I'll hand carry it next time. I'll do it.
No, don't be a stalker, okay? I got security, gated community.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I will not do that. Before we go though, Umbra, hello, good to see you. They actually redeemed a one of our spin the wheels. So we actually had a spin the wheel. We have not shown it off yet, but we do have this little guy right here, where people can spin the wheel and a little crash will pop up. So not going yet, Derpy. We still have this going on, so let's get this on and going on away. All the great sounds.
Yes, guys.
I love it. And let's see. Wait, so with the person who's so talented, super talented, everything, do we have an unknown talent that we don't know much about?
Someone that's underrated. I would go to say I want to say my friend Pumpkin. He is very funny. He's very innovative. I mean, he has a call-in number. Like, he'll go live sometimes, and you can just call in, say random shit. You can confess your sins and shit like that. He's a loud and funny dude. He mixes music. He's a bass guitarist, tattoo art. He's just so talented. And you know, he's off the wall and very edgy, but I think he just oozes so much talent that is not appreciated enough by people. I'm gonna say from people publicly, because there's so many people that will praise him behind the scenes, but they won't say it publicly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love it. Nice little shout out for them. Nice little shout out. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
There definitely should be more of these kind of things. I think that's really fun. Nice. I like it.
Agree.
Cool. Awesome. Well, if you guys have any more questions, this is the best time to ask them. To ask as many questions you want. We can definitely keep this going. But while we do that, where can people find you? All your awesomeness.
Hi, babes. It's me again. Your questionable math teacher. You can find me using TLDR Soma at Twitter. Fuck calling it X. It's Twitter.
I call it Twitter.
Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube. It's TLDR Soma everywhere except for, I think, TikTok, because someone took it for some reason. It's TLDR Soma with an underscore. So everywhere it's TLDR Soma, but on TikTok it's TLDR Soma underscore.
Cool. I love it. Awesome. Let me get you a shout out as well. On here.
Thank you.
Of course. Definitely go check her out. Her album is coming out pretty soon too, so go check her out for that. Can't wait to see some updates on her model as well. You can see all this really cool stuff. I would love to see more and more stuff from you. Can't wait to see all the good stuff.
Yes,
now
I'm hoping to get a subathon, hopefully, to help out with TwitchCon.
That'd be nice. I'm gonna try and go TwitchCon next year. My goal. Go to TwitchCon next year. I told myself that if I hit 2K on Twitch, I'll go to TwitchCon. And we're close. Not that yet, we're close. We'll get there eventually.
I was supposed to have my subathon sooner and already have money to go to TwitchCon, but a couple past managers kind of like irked me out of it. Screwed me over.
Well, sorry to hear that. I hope you get a better process soon. You get all the good people.
Me too.
I love you so much. Looks like Vega loves you. Loves it.
I love you too, bestie.
You'll get there. I know it. I know you'll get there. Thank you so much. Cool. Awesome. Now, also, I like to give my first raid suggestion to my guest here. So, who would you like us to raid?
Ooh, okay. So this is what I always go for when it comes to the raid. So let me ask you a little bit. Are you feeling like keeping up kind of the same vibe as me? Are you wanting to do something a little bit more chill? Do you want someone with a little bit more energy? What you feeling like?
I feel
'Cause
the
I have a
energy.
variety.
I'm feeling the energy. I like the energy.
Okay. So there is this person called Gothica Love. She is a drag queen VTuber. She's playing Jackbox games right now. Love her. She's iconic. I will put the username in here for you.
Thank you, thank you.
I love her. You should totally read out to her.
Cool, let's do it. Yeah.
But
Go, awesome. Let's go give her a nice little raid, doing Jackbox, look, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's go give her all the support. Thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys are all freaking amazing. Go check out Soma. She is an amazing content creator. Go and check out more of that awesome stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining in. We'll see you guys next time. Don't leave Discord yet, okay?
bye.
Awesome. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. I hope you guys enjoy your rest of your day. Well, bye. Bye.